Hey guys, today I'm back working on my 1985 Chevy short bed pickup truck. In the last episode, actually got the engine spinning freely, and the problem was the starter. So today I picked up another starter, and because this thing has long tube headers, I wanted a smaller starter, so I picked up one for an S10 truck with a 4.3 liter V6 in it. It's got the same 168 tooth flywheel as what I've got on this truck, so the starter should work. And it was only, what was it? It was less than $100. So we're gonna see if it fits on this 350. Hopefully, fingers crossed it does. And I can check the firing order, fix the intake where the nipple coming out of the intake has been stripped out, throw a carburetor on it, try to fire this thing up. Fingers crossed. All right, let's crawl up underneath here and get this starter installed. All right, I completely forgot. Oh my God. Oh, that is ugly. They chopped the chassis for the headers. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. That is not good. That is horrible. All right. Wow. The power wire is up against the header, and it looks like it might have shorted out. Okay, so I've got some issues here. I got some serious issues. Wow, it is melted. This is not good. Alright, so it's just keeps getting better and better. So let's get the starter down and see what kind of issues I've got. Now this starter is very heavy. That's why I chose the other style starter. Woo, this thing is heavy. Ah. Oh, shoot. No, they didn't. Oh my God. So they broke the bolt off in the block for the starter. Dang it. Alright, so there is a dual bolt pattern on this block, and that starter I just got is not going to do it. So I really want to use that small starter, so I'm going to have to try to drill out this bolt. See the nice job they did? Broke the bolt off in the block. So I've got that and this one right here. So this one and this one are for the starters. Some starters have this one and this one that bolt up. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And this wire right here, you can see the melting in the corrugated tubing. So that's a beautiful job. Kind of overheated. Fun stuff. Oh yeah. Look at the nice chop job they did for the headers. Okay, so for this job I've got some very nice tools. I highly recommend them. Oh, I'm dropping change. So you're going to need a correct size drill bit for the job, and I have these drill bits right here, they're actually Matco tools. I've got 5 reverse drill bits right here. So these drill bits actually spin backwards. So sometimes you can get lucky when you're drilling a bolt that you're going to extract. Sometimes just a backwards drill backs them right out. So I'm going to get the correct hole, and then I have amazing, another Matco. Matco man must have been busy this year, because I think most of my tools are snap-ons, but Matco right here. These are some really nice screw extractors here. Part number E035P. You're going to want to use these extractors to extract the bolt, because you don't want to get any cheap extractors. In fact, I even have something that I extracted in the past still in the box. I must have been pretty proud of it. It's still on there. It's a stripped out bolt. I guess I was proud that I drilled the hole center. Must have. This is going to be the one I need too. Alright, so I'm going to get the drill bit and I'm going to drill. I'm going to start with something small. Am I missing? No, it's in there. I'm going to go with this. I need a pilot hole. This one alright? Yeah. So I'm going to start with this. What size is that? It is, I think it's a 5/32. Maybe. Or a quarter. I don't know. Thing is it looks good. Safety glasses. A drill. You really want to start this centered. I'm not doing too good of a job right now. So I don't know if y'all can really tell, but I've got that hole pretty centered. So now that it is drilled, I'm going to go for a bigger bit, because I want to get as much meat in there as I can. Well, it made it all the way through. Let's try the extractor. The extractor 5000. Nope. Alright, it fell out. Hopefully we can tap the hole and be okay. Now that I have the bolt extracted, I'm going to try to put in a tap, clean the threads up. I'm going to try. Alright, I bottomed it out. Let's get it out and then work on installing the starter. Ooh. Starter's in. Let's see what it sounds like. Alright, I'm going to hook up the battery. I've got no sparks, so that's a good sign. I'm going to go inside, hit the key, see what happens. Key on. Don't see any smoke. Cranking. That sounds pretty good. I'm happy. Let's see if we got spark. We have spark. We have stereo. So now that we know that the starter is spinning over, we need to go ahead and install the spark plugs and check the firing order. So the firing order is 18436572. I've got this memorized, but y'all might not. So 18436572, and usually the spark plug wire pointing directly from the distributor to the number one spark plug, that's where number one is supposed to be. Now, you don't have to have it that way, but factory, that's where it's at. So I'm going to start there and just go through all of it and make sure I've got the right firing order. So this should be one, and I've got it written number 1, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is on 6. Alright guys, I got everything kind of going on this thing. I don't have the throttle cable hooked up because, well, the bracket for it is missing. So I am hooking up something pretty janky, a throttle. So I'm going to try to crank this thing up. Let's see what happens. Cranking. It runs, but I made a mistake. I didn't check the oil. Oil's pretty nasty. I think I did check the oil on this thing. got oil in it, but I'm going to add a quart. Alright, I don't see anything underneath. I feel better already. Let's see if we can fire it up again. Cranking. It actually sounds pretty good. It sounds awesome, guys. It sounds awesome. It sounds kind of peppy. She got a cam in her. She has got a cam in her. Alright guys, well, I guess next thing I need to do is get the linkage for the throttle, get it hooked up, get the transmission hooked up, check the fluids, change the oil, and maybe I'll even put this thing on the road in the morning. It runs awesome, guys, and it sounds amazing. Alright, well, I got dinner to go to, so I will see y'all later on tonight. Uh-oh, I'm not using any jack stands. Ooh, the headers are hot. This oil pan is interesting. It's got a drain plug right on the bottom of it. It's like not coming out the side, it's straight out the bottom. I dropped it. Alright, now we're gonna get a new oil filter. Pour some oil in it. And reinstall. That oil is disgusting. Good call on changing it. So let's go ahead and add the ZDDP oil treatment. Now this stuff's like honey. I missed. tried knocking on the bottom of the tank and it's got a cover on it. I can't tell if it's full or not. So I decided to go ahead and just put about 5 gallons of fresh fuel in it, ethanol free. And then I'm going to go to the gas station and put more ethanol free in it. Alright, let's crank this thing up and see what happens. Okay, it's definitely pumping. Hopefully that's fuel and not water. I don't see any leaks. All right, let's go put some fuel in this thing, let her warm up, and see what happens. Feels pretty good. I need to idle it down a touch. Alright, so I'm going to go put some gas in it and we're going to see if this thing does any overheating or anything. So it took like 10 gallons, so it probably had a half a tank of fuel in it. I hope it'll burn it out all right. Let's see if it shifts gears. This first. Nope. I bet you the vacuum modulator valve is not hooked up. Okay, thermostat opened up. Where would the vacuum line be to the modulator valve? I don't see it. Looks like it's missing. I'm gonna have to go see if I can find it from a dig. Just put a quart of transmission fluid in it. It is full, so transmission fluid is not an issue. The vacuum shouldn't be an issue because it should be getting vacuum. I guess I'm gonna have to check the modulator valve. It is doing some shifting, so we'll see. All right, guys. So now let's. It really needs a wash. Let's see about washing. Happy Father's Day, Dad. That's